So who's your sleeper teams for this year? I want one in the AFC and the NFC, which means a team that didn't make the playoffs. It can't be the Jets because we're not sleeping on them. There's hard knocks tonight for crying. No, right. So
I think honestly, I don't know if I'd call it a sleeper as much as after his comments and really just how things have gone. I'm just so interested. Denver Broncos. It's like you want to see what happens. Like you jump out there. Sean Payton. He's made a lot of comments this summer that have caused some attention. Put it that way. But I think knowing him, there's always a rhyme or reason to something he's doing, and he's trying to fire up the troops a little bit. And so I'll be interested to see what this team looks like. He added some guys that you would say, hey, definitely his emphasis looks like to me he wants to run the football and throw play actions and get back to a little bit of what Russell Wilson was earlier in his career. And so I think that that's going to be their style, run the football well, try to throw it over people's heads and play great defense. And Sean's always been good at getting teams to play really physical and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see if that style works in that division, though, with Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes.
Did you hear this quote about Gilligan hats? Did you hear about that one?
What's that?
Talking about preseason games, Sean Payton, what he wants to see from the Broncos in preseason games. When it comes to playing offense, he wants to get the line of scrimmage with plenty of time on the play clock because that was an issue last year with clock management. But then he eventually, that's understandable. He then says, it's probably just as easy to answer the question as to what I don't want to see. I don't want to see 10 guys on the field. I don't want to see uniforms off after we're done playing with sunglasses on and Gilligan hats on and interviews during the game. That's what I don't want to see, but we will communicate all of that.
He's just full Bill Parcells now. He's just turning into the mentor. That's great. That's hilarious. All predictable. That's him. I mean, he just, he's always kind of like had a lot of influence from Bill, and I know, how much he means to him. So you can tell it's an old school style of, hey, this team needs
the hammer. This team needs the hammer.
That's what they need.
I think he has come up with that opinion.
He's going to see what that. I think that in a mind, it doesn't mean he's always going to be that way.
Right.
I think what now he sees is like that's what this team needs right now, and that's who I'm going to be. And if he's going to do something like that, he's going all out.
So you think it will translate?
I think it'll be interesting because it's totally probably different than really what you see. Obviously, Andy Reid's a little old school, too, with the way they practice. They get after the Chiefs do, really. You wouldn't think that with how, Mahomes and that team and Kelsey. But
flipping it behind the back and stuff like that.
But they're a physical football team, and they practice that way. So I think he realizes that probably this Chiefs team is more physical than people give it credit for, and that we got to be just as physical, and that's going to be our edge. And I think when you come into a situation as a head coach, your first year, you're looking for what edge could I give this team and just make them confident in something. I don't know exactly what our best style or play style is going to be, but I want to find what our edge is. And it sounds like his edge is going to be, let's make it old school, let's make it a fight, and let's have a bunch of tough guys out on the football field playing that way.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.